How's it going, guys? It's Anthony Olvera. I'm here with the co-founder of Aerial Canvas.
Hey, I'm Brendan Shu. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for stopping by. And I really wanted to just make this video to kind of introduce you to the people that I know. As you know, I get a lot of realtors following me. And, you know, I've actually really kind of fallen in love with your guys' work and everything that you do. So I was hoping that we can kind of talk about that. And maybe you can give us some insight to your company.
Definitely.
And also some value to the real estate agents. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aerial Canvas is kind of what we like to pride ourselves on, an agent's best friend. You know, we really take care of our agents. We go above and beyond for our agents every time, whether, you know, it comes to something else they need on a weekend. Like actually we're doing 2 shoots tomorrow, even though we don't normally work on weekends. We're pushing for that, you know, 24-hour 7 days a week type service.
So basically you guys are like adjusting to like a realtor's lifestyle.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because we understand what it takes to succeed in this industry. You know, a lot of the clients we're serving as an industry is only free on the weekends. You know, everyone works 9 to 5, or a lot of people work 9 to 5. Yeah. And, you know, to be successful in real estate, you have to accommodate for people's needs. And we're a solutions-oriented company where, you know, we're trying to create solutions for real estate agents to pass directly onwards to their clients. You know, we're serving. I mean, we wouldn't be here without buyers and sellers, and that's why we're all here.
So, no, that's actually really great, man. And I think that's important. Like the fact that you guys have the realtor in mind first. Can you just tell me maybe a little bit about like how you got started and like how did Aerial Canvas even come to be?
Oh, absolutely. So the business was started by my business partner Colby. We had photo together. That was fun.
Yeah.
And basically, kind of was something that he stumbled upon, to be honest, and then he fell in love with. Yeah. You know, he didn't know he was going to do real estate. He actually moved out here to work for a Chinese drone company, and that Chinese drone company didn't succeed because there's just a lot of competition right now in the market with DJI, which is best in class. It's pretty much like Tesla when it comes to electric cars. His drone company did not succeed, and then he was looking for work, you know, and he coincidentally, our landlord's dad is a real estate agent, and that's how he found his first gig.
Wow, what a pivot.
He flew a drone for them. He's really good at flying drones. Yeah. And did some aerial videos and did a house tour on video. He actually filmed it with the drone camera for the first time. Wow. We didn't even use a stabilized camera then. And that's how we got started. And from there, he kind of created a whole suite of solutions because he found a need. Yeah. He found a need that wasn't there in the market, and we're kind of now a one-stop shop when it comes to marketing for real estate agents.
That's actually a really cool story. I actually want to know too, like, how did you get involved, right? Because you're co-founder.
Yeah. So I graduated college back in Illinois, and took me a whole year to figure out what I was doing. My mom's like, get a real job. I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm going to get a real job. And I started my own business. Okay. And that's how Colby and I met. We met around that time when I first started my business. He saw me take this business from my house all the way to a storefront that has 10 technicians. You know, what we did was fix iPhones, computers, did small business IT, set up point of sale, security, all that stuff. Yeah. And we pretty much put out the competition in town. And he saw that, you know, I was very business savvy. I knew, you know, how to scale a business. And I kind of left that business to, you know, take on new ventures. I got into digital marketing, and Colby actually hit me up one day. It was like, dude, I need your help. You should come out here and visit me. Like, I'm trying to, like, I can't do this myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, I'll check it out. And I came out here. I saw that he was killing it for his agents.
Yeah.
He always did right by his agents, you know, in terms of taking care of them, going above and beyond. I witnessed Colby pulling 2 all-nighters, you know, within the 2 weeks. I, you know, hung out with him.
Yeah.
And I knew this guy was like the right business partner to work with, someone who's going to grind, because if you want to succeed as a new business and you really want to, you know, take your business to the next level, which is what I'm all about, because I only live once. I'm trying to YOLO hard.
Yeah.
And I saw that within him, and that's really what drove me to partner with him, as well as, you know, he's a good person, and he's, you know, trying to always put other people before him, and that's what you need to be a business leader.
Yeah, no, I definitely, you know, when I met Colby, I thought he was a super good dude too, and something that I think is actually really important. You guys are both like really young, innovative, like driven, ambitious people, right? And in my opinion, I think that you really need to be working with people who are hungry in this industry, right? With real estate. I think that with other companies, there's a certain level of complacency that happens. Once they reach a certain point, they kind of feel like they're made. You guys are like ramping up still. Right?
Absolutely.
And you guys have, like, I mean, just in the few months that I've known you, you guys have already grown substantially, and this is just like kind of the beginning for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So can you kind of, can you tell us why it is that you guys are growing so fast? Like, tell us what's your secret, what's the secret sauce?
Well, thank you so much for like seeing that as well. Like, you know, it's so important in this day and age to, like, if you really want to succeed, to be hungry. Like, a lot of people in this day and age, they feel entitled, you know. As millennials, they're like, well, pop culture has taught me I'm supposed to be like, my life should be like a movie, you know. Everything should be like handed to me. Like, things should just fall into my lap. And you know, then you have these real hustlers like Gary Vee, like, you know, Grant Cardone, who's out there like really saying, hey, you got to put in the work. You know, when I first started my business, I was told by my roommate, if you ain't willing to put in the work, you don't deserve it. And I was just like, well, fuck you, I'm going to do this. And so that's how I got started. And to answer your question, like, what makes us so successful? How have we grown so fast? We actually doubled in size in the last 3 months.
Wow.
And we're planning to double again in the next 3 months. And the reason why we're able to do this is we're leveraging our resources. We're, you know, creating strategic alliances. We're tapping into our warm network of clients we've helped to see if we can help other clients. And we're actually reinvesting every dollar we make back into the business.
So you mean you're not pocketing everything?
I'm not pocketing anything. I've actually put in 50 grand into the business of my own money. And we're leveraging another 50 grand of debt as working capital to move into our new office, to hire and train a team. Because a lot of times a new hire takes around 3 to 4 months to break even on, because you're putting resources in training them, you're taking productivity out of a productive employee or a team member to train them, to get them up to speed, and invest, you know, resources in them to create an opportunity not only for yourself long term, but for them. And that's really impressive, I think, especially because, I mean, we're both like around the same age, right? Kind of little later 20s, right? And I feel like, you know, I see a lot of business owners kind of get to that point where, you know, they're making enough to where they could take home 150, 200K. But, and a lot of them do, right? They just they go buy a car, they buy a house, they like up their lifestyle. And to me, it's like super impressive that you guys are like basically delaying gratification to build the business. And for you guys who are watching, these are the kind of people you want working, on your marketing. The people who are like just so hungry and they want everything to be perfect for you. Like, this is who you need to be working with. So I just want to kind of put that out there. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I fully agree with you. Like, a lot of, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, if you're someone who wants a family, a white picket fence, and a 9 to 5, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, to each their own. We all have one life to live, and we're not saying you have to hustle to be successful necessarily, but if you want to be successful in terms of taking your business to the next level, be the next Amazon, be the next, you know, brokerage that came out of nowhere. You have to be willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to align yourself with what I would like to call visionaries. Like, we don't solely create all our products. We're licensing some of our products.
Okay.
Our web platform is licensed with Matterport. We license, or our 3D platform is licensed with Matterport, which is best in class.
Right.
And our web platform is licensed with a startup in LA who has 10 people working on the SaaS platform. And you're always going to constantly get the best innovation and solutions because of that.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so this is awesome. So I want to. So somewhere along this video, I want to actually show you guys the work that they actually produce so that you can see the quality. I think it's just amazing. And I definitely have seen some pretty out of the box videos too. Like, I saw you guys launched a video with a dog, right? Like, you guys were following this little white dog. Like, that was the coolest thing to me.
Thank you.
I was watching that and I was like, how did you guys get the dog not to look at the camera?
So yeah, we actually, one of our team members he's actually a dog trainer, and
Really?
That's something. He has 3 dogs of his own, and basically I wasn't there actually. Colby and Jesse did the first shoot. So for this dog video, we kind of had a professional dog trainer on our team.
Yeah.
Kind of envisioning how we're gonna make this happen. So I wasn't there, but I was told about the story. It was Colby and Jesse, and basically what they did was they would just kind of walk into another part of the house and not tell the dog to come, but let the dog be like, "There's no one here," and just wander into the other room.
Wow.
Yeah, and then kind of, if we had the dog running, we would have the dog, kind of their owner, who was the agent, as well as our dog trainer, kind of just be in the other room, having fun, and then yelling for the dog, and the dog would come running up.
Wow.
And kind of just following the dog and let it wander around like it would if it were not being told what to do.
That is amazing, because the whole video I was watching, I'm like, how did they get this dog? but in any case, the reason why I bring that up though is not really because of the dog, right?
Yeah,
it's more because how willing you guys were to be creative and think outside of the box.
Yeah.
Because what I'm seeing now in the market from some of these companies that have been around a little longer is they're not hungry anymore. They're not thinking out of the box like that. They're really just focused on let's get there, let's spend the least amount of time, so that they're basically thinking let's spend the least amount of time, let's charge the client the most, and let's give them something that's just standard now. Yeah. And I really feel you guys that's an example of you guys catering to the clients. Yeah. So I think that was cool. Now, I want to get a little more in depth for the people who are watching this, right? So we could have small business owners watching this, or realtors, right?
Yeah.
And I want to talk a little more about business, because I definitely consider you guys to be a startup success.
Yeah,
right?
Thank you.
And you guys have beautiful branding through your website, your marketing materials, obviously your videos. Can you maybe give us some advice on branding? Yeah. And if you're starting from nothing, maybe definitely some of the things that you should do, or the mindset and all those things that you got to keep in mind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the most important thing about branding is being consistent. A lot of people they say imagine if you were a business that promised one thing with your advertising and then delivered shit.
Yeah.
I.e. Fire Festival. If you've seen the documentary on Netflix, they had all these bottles come in and do a promo video of this amazing music festival that's gonna have these top artists in this crazy island.
Yeah.
And then their team wasn't qualified.
Yeah.
Their production was literally it was like a FEMA camp.
I think I saw they really had the sandwich boxes or whatever.
They promised they charge $12,000 for some tickets, and they promise, you know, VIP catering, and then they all, like, the people get there, there's like, you know, wet tents, there's no sanitation system, and then this VIP catering was a piece of bread with cheese and like a piece of lettuce.
Whoa.
And all these rich and entitled people, which is kind of what social media said, got what they deserve because, you know, they signed up for something that they shouldn't have, and they didn't do their research, you know. And it's important, you know, and that's what it really takes to succeed, is to be consistent with your branding, which means if you're going to say something, do it. You know, then that's what we do. If we say we're going to deliver next day by noon, we do it.
Okay.
And if it's not delivered, one time we didn't deliver something on time, and we gave it away for free.
Wow.
Yeah, we're like that's the promise.
So just to clarify, you're telling me that a brand isn't just a logo, a brand isn't just a flyer,
Absolutely
it isn't
not.
just a website. You're saying that it's actually
it's everything from that. You know, you can have Costco, for instance, right? That logo is not that flattering. It's just red and blue letters, like really squished font. It looks like someone sat on the logo. And you know how they've been able to succeed is they have a vision, they have a kind of a brand narrative. Like what are they doing? They're a membership exclusive club where you can get wholesale prices and get quality products and an amazing return policy, and they're consistent. They stand behind their word, you know. They're not nickel and diming you, and that's something that will tarnish your brand. That's brand, you know. The reputation you have in town, the reputation you have with your customers, with the people that don't know you, that might be trying you out, that's brand.
So, okay. Now, I have to bring this up to you because this is something that, you know, especially in real estate, you could build a very successful real estate business, never creating a logo. You know, you could build an amazing brand, like kind of what we're talking about, with just a business card. Yeah. Literally, like, that's what, especially, you know, with the agents that I work with, a lot of these guys have been around for, you know, 25 plus years. Yeah. And they just grow just straight off referral.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
And then when we talk to them about, like, having nice videos and having nice photos, they're kind of like, like, I don't really need it because, you know, I'm set. Yeah. And I think what happens is, you know, and I'm happy for those guys, and you know, they're doing great, but I feel like the newer agents coming in, they kind of see that and they think that they can do the same thing as them. I mean, what do you say, like, just about that whole situation, right?
Well, you know, they did right by their clients, and that's why the referrals work. And referrals is actually the best way of marketing if you do good work. But a lot of these newer agents or these newer companies, they want to stand out, and that's where marketing comes in. And this marketing, you know, it's not for necessarily to sell the listing. It's not necessarily to, you know, just for the sellers. It's for them. You know, this marketing is to show they care. They want to go above and beyond to portray this message. You know, when you see a company that has, you know, really clean lines, a beautiful storefront, you know, that's a reflection of their brand. You know, just like if I were to walk into a computer store and there's computer parts everywhere and things are scattered, there's papers on the floor, I'm not going to trust this company with my beloved phone or computer. And that's exactly why we were able to differentiate ourselves. We weren't just a local, for my first business, we weren't just a local business that like fixed computers. People would come in and be like, is this a franchise? Like, do you guys have a lot of these? Like, and when you do marketing right, you give off a bigger sense of cohesiveness and consistency and trust, you know? And ultimately, that will only do so much for you. Like, marketing is half of the equation. I can bring you leads and leads and leads. I can make you look like an all-star. But if you treat your customers like shit, you're not going to get repeat business. You're not going to get those referrals, which are the best type of marketing.
Good marketing is going to help you. It's going to take you to the next level, but it's not the medicine or the cure for your business. You can't hire me and expect your business to all of a sudden be profitable. You know, I am a part of the equation, especially when you spend maybe 10% of your revenue on our services, or maybe even less. You can't expect me to generate double your business overnight. You know, this is a process, and kind of that's what I usually would like to convey to anyone investing in marketing that this is a long-term investment.
Yeah.
You know, this is an investment into your brand and kind of who you are. We're just trying to storytell who you are. A lot of, you know, we're working on a few agent videos. We're working on a few, we work on listings with some agents. This is a reflection of your brand. When you present more than mediocre quality photos and you present a whole suite of solutions, this marketing isn't necessarily for the listing.
Yeah.
You know, the listing's probably going to sell. We're in California. We're in the hottest market.
Yeah.
This marketing is for you. It's for you to over deliver for your seller, so they can be like, wow, this person charges the same commission and goes above and beyond for every aspect of my listing. I love that.
So it's basically a way for an agent to show the world their standards.
Yeah,
without
exactly.
having to tell the world, I do. It's just showing them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I kind of want to start wrapping this up, and I love talking about like marketing strategy and marketing theory, but I'm on the ground. Like I'm always in the trenches, right? That's what everybody knows me for. Like I do whatever it takes to get the job done, and I know that you do too, actually. So you are technically operations, but you have a big sales mind, and you actually reached out to me on LinkedIn, and I was like, who the hell is this guy, right? But not only did he reach out to me on LinkedIn, because I have a lot of people reaching out to me, but you followed up with like more messages, you followed up with calls. I don't know how you got my number, but you did it. Because I'm not an agent, I don't put my number out there like that. But anyways, we basically that's how we met. So I know that like you are in the trenches yourself. So maybe if you can give like at least one like real like action item for a realtor. Like if they would start doing one thing.
So it's being consistent, you know, a lot of time, it's just like branding. A lot of these strategies that agents come up with, they're like, oh, I'm going to do door knocking, or I'm going to do this. All of it works, you know. What works for you best, you know? Double down on that. You know, double down. Don't try to be someone you're not, you know. That's the worst thing when it comes to branding, because as well as sales, because people can read that, you know. Everyone has an intuition. Oh, this person, like he's doesn't seem like this. He's being genuine, and that's when you really detract from your brand and your ability to sell. You know, if you are kind of like more of a snarky person, like, you know, you can own that. Some people vibe with that. You know, if you're kind of you know, someone who is very sassy and playful, be that person. You're gonna find customers that resonate with you. And the most important thing is to stay consistent in outreach. You know, a lot of times, this is an alarming figure. This is from realtor.com, I'm pretty sure. 83% of sellers go with the first agent that picks up the phone.
Oh my God, yeah.
And all these agents I'm calling don't pick up their phone. What's wrong with you guys?
That is actually so true. It's crazy. Like people don't shop around for realtors.
No, I mean they find a realtor, and if the realtor is someone who picks up their phone, it's like, this is my friend who actually talks to me. It's not someone who I'm going to get voicemail every time. And so that's the biggest message. You know, if you want to be if you want to be consistent in terms of sales, you got to do constant outreach. You got to touch them on many angles. Like, I would say on average, for me to succeed with an agent, I've contacted them on LinkedIn. I've tried cold calling them. I've emailed them. I ended up in their spam. I've shown up to maybe their office once. And like, I'll email them again, and I'll call them, and I'll text them. They're like, stop texting me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just want you to know I'm here to help you. And you know, this is sales. You know, if you're selling something you really believe in, you're like a doctor going to Africa saying, I have the cure for malaria. It's here. Like, I am not ashamed of cold calling, of selling, because I know I'm helping someone. I would be ashamed if I'm selling something I don't believe in. Yeah,
you know what? I think that's really great advice. And what you said earlier, you said find what works for you best and double down on that. That is very powerful.
Thank you.
That is very powerful, because I know some people who are amazing door knockers, but they suck at like talking to their friends and their family, right? But they're really good at working with people they barely met. Maybe like because of past experiences with their friends and family or whatever. And then you have some people that are just like amazing networkers, right? Like all they have to do is go out. They don't even do social media. They don't do anything but like go out and like have drinks and lunch and dinners with people.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. And Wow. So you are talking about like what 7 to 10 contacts per person before you even.
Yeah, and you have to. In this day and age, when you have someone's attention for 5 seconds and it's gone, you know, on social media, if you call them in the middle of the day and they're probably distracted on Instagram, be like, oh, this person's calling me in the middle of me enjoying this feed.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm not interested. Stop trying to sell me. Take me off your call list.
And then you're on their feed.
Yeah, and then I'm on their feed. I'm like, hey, dude, how's it going? Like, awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And like that's what you need to do to succeed in this day and age. You have to, you know, be willing to adapt to this new culture. You know, this we're in a different world. You know, in the past, it's kind of like when Bitcoin came around.
You just turned it off.
No worries.
Yeah.
For instance, like, people are slow to adapt. Like you mentioned, there's agents that don't want to change, you know? Right. And those people, like, I can't necessarily help. I can't help anyone that's not willing to change. Yeah. And same with, like, you know, a personal trainer. They can't help someone that's not going to show up to the gym.
Right, totally.
You know, and so to come back, you know, change takes time. And change, you know, is something that you need to just be persistent on to create this change. You know, it took 400 years for people to adopt paper currency for like the culture, and it took 40 years for people to switch from paper currency to credit cards.
Okay.
And where, you know, it took like less than 10 years to start going, you know, in Asia, in China, no credit cards. It's just all phone. Yeah. Just boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's like that RFID technology. So, you know, we're in an age where constantly changing. There's constantly new things coming out. And there's people that are going to be the innovators and early adopters. And there's people that are going to not ever want to adopt. Yeah. You know, our job, you know, especially when you're rolling out a new product, is to find those early adopters, to find those people that see the value in what you're doing, whether that's 3D scans. You know, that there's value in that a lot of agents don't see. You can sell to international buyers. You can qualify and disqualify buyers and sellers faster, that we can help them find the right home. You know, there's tons of, you know, unutilized technologies out there that you can make money from. You can create a business around. And that's what Aerial Canvas is doing. We're constantly innovating to take these new technologies and bring them to people that see the value in them and create value from that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you guys have it. This was super good talk.
Yeah. Super fun.
Yeah. I think the people are really gonna love actually listening to this. This is some really good advice. Anything you want to say?
Well, thank you so much for your time. I mean, if you watched towards all the way to the end, then, you know, I hope you got a lot from it. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You know, we always have the time of day for you. And, you know, if you can't reach me directly, and you should be able to, since I always try to make time, I will at least put you in touch with someone that can help you on our team.
We'll put his phone number and email right here.
Sounds good.
Probably
Blow me
right
out.
there. All right, guys. Take care.
All right. Have a good day, guys.